Do you know that one of the attributes of very successful people in life, right, is their ability to pay attention to details? Yes. And it's something that sets people apart from people. When you pay attention to details, you would always be seen as someone who is different from other people when it comes to the trajectory of success. But I have a simple question, a seemingly simple question that I'm going to ask you, okay? And I'll see your answer to it. If you get the answer right, then it means that you also pay attention to details. And I can vouch for your success in the coming years. And before I ask that question, just stick and stay. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Quist, your Mindsurgeon, and there's a question on the table. Are you ready? So we're going to learn how to prepare beverage, in this case coffee. I love coffee, right? I know it's not good, I'm not too addicted to it, but I love the smell of coffee, you know. Recently I was in the Ashanti region, Drasso. There's a cocoa farm that also has a coffee farm, and looking at the coffee plants gave me some level of excitement. I mean, it gave me a great feeling because I love coffee, okay? I love the toffee. I love this beverage. I don't know if I'm yet to eat a coffee cake. I know somebody will say that you like sweet things. I mean, I'm trying to stop. Anyway, so we're going to prepare coffee in a very special way, okay? So I'm gonna tell you the things available. Then I'm gonna ask a simple question and see which answer you give to it. So we have a teacup, we have a kettle with hot water, we have milk, we have powdered milk, we have spoons, the various type of spoons, we have the saucer, we have the tray, and we have biscuits and bread on the side, we have butter on the side, we have bacon, fried bacon, we have sausages, and fried egg. We also have sugar, or you can use honey. We also have, what again? Yeah, and a bread knife. I mean, a simple breakfast to take coffee with either bread or biscuits or pastries, okay? My favorite pastry is croissant. Very difficult to prepare. Very difficult. I mean, very difficult, complex to prepare croissant, but that is my favorite. I love it with all the different flavors. In fact, if you really want to get into my heart, give me croissant and a mirror. You'll get me. You'd get me to sign any contract. Anyway, so having all these things around, right? Then this is the question. After you've prepared your coffee and you're about to get the first sip, okay? What do you think, with all the stuff that I've mentioned, gives the coffee its sweet taste? What do you think? Let me give you some seconds to think through this, okay? Just some few seconds. What do you think, with all the stuff that I mentioned, from the teacup to the sugar or honey, to the salsa, to the hot water, to the milk and everything, what do you think would cause the coffee to taste sweet? You can also think about it, okay? What do you think? Just comment below whilst you're watching this video. Just comment. I want to see what you think would cause the coffee to be sweet. I can tell for a fact that a majority of the people watching this video, or if you happen to watch this video later in life, would actually say that what makes the coffee sweet is the sugar. That's a very good answer. Very good answer. But that is not the case, because there's something that causes the whole coffee to be sweet. And that brings back home my point. Paying attention to details. In this case, we're talking about the preparation of the coffee with an added sugar. In this case, obviously, the general person would say that it's sugar that will make the coffee sweet. You're right, because without the sugar, the coffee will not taste sweet. But that's not the answer to the question they're asking. Yes. So this is the answer. It's the function of the teaspoon. You still don't get it? Think about it. Think about it. Stirring is the stirring of the coffee after a certain time that causes the coffee to be sweet. Because if you prepare the coffee, if you pour the coffee, whatever it is, whether it's cappuccino you're trying to prepare, if you pour it and you don't stir it, every ingredient stays at the bottom of the water in the cup. For a longer period of time, it will still stay at the bottom if it's not stirred. It is the stirring that disturbs the comfort zone of the ingredients that makes up the coffee and causes the water to evenly mix with the ingredients, whether it be the milk, the coffee itself, or the sugar. And so sugar would stay saturated at the bottom of the coffee if the function of the spoon is not brought to play. Attention to details. What am I trying to say? We do a lot of things in life. We have access to all the resources. We have the indices and projections of breaking even or making progress or developing a certain course, right? We do all the prayers, we do all the hopes, we listen to all the right things, we take all the good advice, but yet still we don't make progress in life. We don't find or get to the place of sweetness in life because there's something that is missing. It's the phenomenon of stirring. And stirring in this case are the things that happens to us in life. Chaos. The principle of chaos is part of life. When it happens to us, it can be people living their lives through death. It can be breakups. It can be setbacks. It can be the expectation of something good that didn't come out well, so you get disappointed. These are all stirs in our lives. They are things that happens to us we didn't envisage but happened to us and then took us away from our comfort zones. It brought us to a place of discomfort. But it's a stir. It's a function of the big spoon in your life in the face of all the ingredients. So you can have people in your life that are people that can easily help you, but you wake up in the next morning and they're sick and they go like, you know what, I can help you financially. And your heart is broken. That is a big stir. One thing I know about stirring a coffee is that when you're stirring, you create what you call a wave, a whirlpool in your cup, because you keep stirring and it goes in a certain direction for a period of time. What you're doing is that you're giving a certain amount of time to cause everything to start being in motion in a certain direction so that they get disintegrated into the whole phenomenon of life. Then when you stop stirring, or when the stirring stops, you realize that they begin to find a place of settlement. And when things settle in your life, you gain a certain level of understanding why the stir came, why the storm came. Because you're learning from the storm, you learn the principle of patience, waiting for everything to settle. Then you begin to see the fruitfulness of the stirring as a function of that big spoon that caused a certain level of discomfort in your life. So I'm here to tell you, I don't know the kind of stir you're going through. I don't know the kind of discomfort you're going through. I don't know what you're going through. This is not a motivational video or an inspirational video. No, apart from that, because these are realities of life. You go through things every day. I mean, you wake up and you fall sick. You wake up and you go to the hospital and you are diagnosed of something, a cancer. You're diagnosed of something you didn't, see coming. Or somebody in your life is taken away, or somebody in your life is hit by a calamity and it affects you directly or indirectly. Life always, anytime you wake up, something happens. It's a stir. But the best thing about stir is when you steady it and you have a certain level of patience, you see the sweetness of it, just like preparing the coffee. And so the next time you're preparing any beverage and you're adding sugar or even milk to it or whatever it is, and you take the teaspoon and you're stirring, just know that you are actually causing something that really happens in your life. And before you take the first sip and say that, I like the aroma of this coffee or this beverage, know that that was enhanced by the function of the teaspoon and not just the attribute of the sugar that causes the sweetness in what you're drinking. And so embrace all the stirs in your life, steady them, and look out for the best in it. Because without the stir, the sweetness of a beverage or the coffee would stay at the bottom. Think deeply about this. Let your mind do the conversations. I'm Quist, your Mindsurgeon. I'll be right back again with another intriguing video. Comment, like, and share. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Stick and stay to this channel. Take care, and I love you.